Ramayana by Valmiki. This is 35th episode. The Criminal Silence of Ram. Written and read by MadanMohan Tarun. A tender creeper was crushed by an elephant which was hoping to wear tender, colorful flowers. Ram rained his ruthless words on Sita in public like thunderbolt and shattered her heart into pieces. This type of meanest treatment from Ram never came to the mind of Sita before. She saw a nasty and horrifying face of Ram for the first time, which remained hidden all the time. He says, I was carried by Ravan in his lap to Lanka. Was it my choice? This is not the man whom I married. This is not Ram whom I knew. This is an ordinary fellow whose mind is closed from all sides and can see nothing beyond him. At the moment she realized this fact, her attitude hardened to Ram. Now she did not remain a weeping and crying Sita with pain, who tried her best to convince Ram in many words of her purity. She looked straight into the eyes of Ram with her neck high and her face glowing. She told him, you are always addressing me as daughter of Janak. I am not that. I am the daughter of this earth. I have grown like mountains. I have flown like fountains. No Ravan can dare to touch me ever. I always carry my volcanoes with me, within me. However, I now take a decision to end my physical life just now and here itself in the presence of all of you by burning myself in the fire and go back to my mother, turning myself into ashes. She looked at Lakshman and requested him, brother, you prepare a pyre for me. I am ready to ride on flames of fire. Lakshman was badly shocked to hear such words coming from her mouth. He looked at his brother Ram, but Ram remained unmoved, tough and empty of any feeling. Taking Ram's silence over the will of Sita as affirmation, of what Sita had desired, Lakshman prepared a pyre by arranging dry logs on each other and lit it with fire. The pyre was ready. Within no time it turned into blazing flames. Sita proceeded towards the pyre. She was looking very different from what all present there had seen her till now. She was wearing deep red-colored sari. Her face was glowing brightly and she herself looked like a blazing flame of fire in its full order. She was looking stronger than the fire. The fire had produced. All who were standing there were thinking, it is not the fire of fire which is going to burn Sita, but the fire itself is going to be burnt by her. However, everybody was worried as she was reaching nearer and nearer to the pyre. They thought Ram will get up now and will stop Sita, going fast to her, but it did not happen. Ram kept on sitting without a sign of any feeling on his face. Nobody present there approved this cruel attitude of Ram to his wife Sita, but no one dared to open their mouth before him. However, crores of monkeys and bears came nearer and stood surrounding the pyre. They all were crying loudly with the feeling of their disapproval to what was happening there. Sita marched closer to the pyre. She folded her palms to pay respect to the fire and bowed down and touched her mother, earth, and put a little of its dust on her head. Her firmness at this time cannot be described in words. Now she was about to enter into the fire of fire. But all at a sudden a strong wind started blowing, and within no time it turned into horrific typhoon. Deep black colored clouds covered the sky around. Trees started falling down. Clouds started roaring like thousands of lions together. Lightning started touching the fire, and it all appeared as if the ending point of this earth has arrived. But to the surprise of everyone standing there, the fire extinguished. Sita was standing there with her both eyes closed in deep meditation, thinking that she was standing in the center of the burning fire. Her face was looking bright like the sun, and she was totally untouched from the fire. This filled everybody with boundless joy. All monkeys standing around started shouting with their limitless joy in their sky-touching voice. Many poets or narrators of Ramayana have tried to give so many excuses in order to cover this murderous and meanest act of Ram to his wife Sita. Even Valmiki has written that the god of fire himself came out of the burning fire with Sita and convinced Ram of her purity, and then Ram accepted her. Ram himself said in favor of his own protection that if he had accepted Sita without putting her to such test, people must have criticized him for accepting a woman who lived for so many months in the house of Ravan. What a murderous way of testing chastity of a woman, and the way chosen to save himself from the charges of general public. Inaction of Ram while Sita was entering into blazing fire to kill herself shows that he wanted to get rid of his wife forever by encouraging her to die in this way. The act of Ram was not different from the incidents published in the newspapers of today, under which husbands kill their wife in various ways by pouring kerosene oil and lit her up by fire, or pushing her down from the running train or into the well, or in other different ways. Ram applied the same way cunningly by encouraging Sita symbolically to kill herself, so that nobody charges him ever for such a criminal act of cruelty. History will never excuse Ram for his such heinous act of cruelty to his wife.